How you doing everyone? Scott here again with another CD and vinyl update. Before I get into that, I want to do some more thank yous, and that's to George at Vinyl City, Brett Vinyl Victim, John at Vinylizer, and Dan Powers. They've all given me shout outs over the last week or so, and again I really appreciate that, guys, and I'm really glad you enjoy watching my videos and that you want to support my channel, and I watch all your videos and love them, so thank you very much for that. The first part of my CDs I'm going to show are going to be blind buys in response to Metal Mickey's video that he posted a few days ago. I've got two CDs, and the first one is called Game Over, and it's by a band called Final Stage, who are from Ontario in Canada. Knew nothing about this band. I was having a wee search on eBay, saw this CD for £1.10, and in the description it described them as power metal, sounding a bit like Helloween. So I thought for £1.10 delivered, why not? So picked these guys up, and I really enjoyed it. Really good melodies, good vocals. It comes with 6 studio tracks and 5 live tracks. It's almost like a promo CD, because I don't think they're a massive band. As you can see with the inside, it's quite a basic disc just with the album name on it. But again, really enjoyed it, and that was a blind buy, so I was happy with that. My second blind buy was also by the same seller. It was for £1.10, and it was by the power metal band from Portugal, Tarantula, who I'd never heard of until I saw it on eBay, and again it gave you a quick description of what the band sounded like. This is our latest release from 2010, I think it is, and also really good. Not as good as Final Stage, if I'm being honest, but it's a bit darker, a bit more slower and heavier, but still really enjoyed it. So they are my two blind buys in response to Metal Mickey. So on to some more CDs. My next two are from White Lion, and my first one is 1989's Big Game. Really enjoy White Lion. Discovered these guys when obviously I'm a massive Motley Crue fan, and they supported them on their 1989 European tour with Skid Row as well. So really enjoy this stuff. It's got songs like Little Fighter, Broken Home, what's the one, Cry for Freedom, and it's got a cover of Radar Love on it as well, which is really good. So that was one of my pickups. The next one is 1991's Main Attraction, which is actually the first White Lion album I ever heard, a good few years ago now. But like I said, just love this kind of stuff. Really easy to listen to for me. Really good guitar work on it as well. So I will probably be picking up Pride in the future as well. And then I'll probably stop there, but yeah, Main Attraction, White Lion. My next CD is a recommendation that came from Metal Mickey, Mike, which was passed down to him, I think, from John Vinylizer, and it's Scorpions and Humanity, Hour 1. Concept album from 2007. It's about along the lines of robots trying to take over the world, and it's just really good stuff. I started off with the song 321, which was recommended to me by Metal Mickey, and I was quite surprised that the only songs I'd really heard from the Scorpions, because I've never been a massive fan, were Winds of Change and Rock You Like a Hurricane. So when I put on 321, I was really surprised. It had some really heavy groove in it. Really just made me sit up and listen to it straight away. So I stuck the album on, and I really enjoyed it. So I picked that one up. So thanks guys for that. That was my first Scorpions album. So cheers. Next one is from Black Label Society, which again never paid much attention to, but this is our debut Sonic Brew, which is a good album. I would definitely listen to it again, but it just kind of plods along for me. It's a bit slowed down, and it just doesn't really reach a climax for me really, but I still enjoyed it, so that was one of my pickups. Next one up is an absolute classic from 1990. This is the reissue of Megadeth and Rust in Peace, which is just, I don't have to tell you, an absolutely phenomenal album. This is with their new lineup. Their lineup changed after their last album, and they just hit gold with this one. I think this is almost a perfect album for me, with songs like Holy Wars, Hangar 18, Take No Prisoners, Tornado of Souls, Dawn Patrol, Rust in Peace. Just absolutely killer album. So glad to pick that one up. Next up is a band that I'd heard of but didn't pay much attention to until I was on YouTube one night and just stuck a couple of their songs on and basically just sat and listened to this whole album. And the album is Paradise Lost by Symphony X, which is just really great power metal. They slow it down a few tracks as well, which I really like. Just a bit of a tempo change, but this is a really good stuff, and I'll definitely be picking up more Symphony X in the future. So that was that one. Next up is Whitesnake's second studio release from 1982, and that's Love Hunter. Not as commercially rock as their later stuff, but that's not a bad thing. This is more bluesy, a bit more slowed down, and very easy to listen to. I actually bought this in the mindset it would be like, say, the self-titled album or Slip of the Tongue, but this is just, it's definitely different, but still very good. So happy to pick that one up. And the last CD I have is also a classic, and it's the reissue of Helloween's Keeper of the Seven Keys Part 1. I would have picked up Part 2, but it wasn't in the shop, so I'll definitely be picking that up. I do prefer Part 2, but you can't have Part 2 without Part 1, so another great album and some really great artwork as well. So that's the CDs. The two vinyl I'm going to show you are from the same band, and it's a band called Leatherwolf, a band from Southern California. This was released in 1987, and they're just really great, really heavy, heavy metal with a edge of glam metal in there as well. One of the pioneering bands actually to use 3 guitars, which gives it a bit more body to the tracks and really gives that heavy groove to it as well. So these are definitely a band you should check out. Really good stuff. Again, I think they came along just at the wrong time. They should have been more successful than they are, because this is really good. I think these are one of the ones that grunge pushed out. And this is another one from them. This is from 1990, and this is Street Ready. Absolutely phenomenal. Just the guitars again, absolutely brilliant. If I show you the back, they have got that bit of that glam metal image, but they are, I would say they are heavier than most glam metal bands, with that certain edge. But again, and these are in immaculate condition. Picked these two albums up for £16 for the two of them, so I thought that was a really decent price. So that is my vinyl. So again, thank you very much guys for the shout outs this week. Thank you to all my new subscribers as well, and thanks for watching, and I'll see you again in the next video. Cheers.